If you're still manually adjusting deferred revenue at month end, you're probably spending hours in a spreadsheet that nobody else understands. And one mistake means the profit and loss is incorrect. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can fully automate deferred revenue inside Xero in less than an hour. Okay, here we are in Xero where everything kicks off. It's all going to start with the bookkeeping. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks about what you can do whilst raising sales invoices to make sure you can fully automate the deferred revenue process. Okay, quick tip for you. It's really, really easy to prorate annual subscriptions from within Xero by using formulas. A lot of people don't know this. So if you know it's £2,400, for example, for an annual subscription, but you only want to charge the customer 7 months, here's how you can do that. 2,400 divided by 12 times 7. There we go, 1,400. Nice and quick. Okay, this part's really important. We want to get the subscription term into the description in Xero. This is going to enable us to automate all the adjustments later on. So we're going to go with 7 months here. So we're going to go through May through to November. Feel free to add the year if it's relevant. If you're going into the next year, etc., make sure you add the year in there. That will really help as well. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to go create a couple of example subscriptions and membership invoices. So with this one, I'm actually just going to leave it blank because I'm going to show you how to bulk process this on the other end. So if you know the subscription term, add the detail into the description into Xero. Spread's going to fully adjust that for you later on. But also I'm going to show you a method that you can do to handle this in bulk, where if you typically sell membership, say for example, an annual season ticket for a football club or a golf membership, which maybe runs to the end of the year. I'll show you a quick way to handle those sorts of adjustments as well. Okay, here we are in Spread. So what is Spread? Spread's an automation tool that sits alongside Xero to detect any key timing differences from your Xero descriptions or the physical attachments to automate those postings of adjustments back into Xero. Here's the 5 invoices I've just processed through Xero. So if you remember the first one for Joe Blogs, it was an annual subscription that we prorated. Now, because the description is in Xero, Spread has detected those dates. It's got a really high degree of confidence because that date has come from your bookkeeping, and therefore it has the status of ready. Now, there's an automation in setting within Spread that enables you to fully automate all of the deferred revenue adjustments for these types of transactions. If you click onto the invoice number here, you'll see exactly what's happening in the background. So Spread's going to figure out what the schedule should look like. It's going to post all of the journals for you for deferred revenue. You can see the summary of the P&L impact here if you do want to review this at any point. And further down, you can see all the journals that are being posted. So the first one is always going to reverse the original sale from the month in which it occurred and put that balance onto the balance sheet. And our subsequent monthly journals will release and recognize that revenue where it needs to be recognized. Really, really simple. Anybody can use this tool. You do not have to be a trained accountant. You just need to have a basic understanding of dates. And as long as those dates are in Xero in the first place, you can't go far wrong here at all. So, as I mentioned, you can fully automate this. You can take the breaks off. It's a really, really simple workflow. I'm going to go ahead and post that one to Xero for now. Do this one manually this time around. Okay. And then we have our other invoices here as well. We've got a couple that we're going to defer for 12 months up front. Now, this is where you may introduce some extra nominal codes into your workflow to make it really, really easy to identify exactly what you need to spread across 12 months, what do you need to spread across 3 months, 6 months, etc. If you're offering quarterly packages, for example, you might wish to create a separate nominal code for that. Then it's very easy to group those together as you process these every single month. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the top 3 here, and I'm going to simply apply a 12-month subscription term to that. So all I'm going to do is from today's date, I'm going to go and drive that forwards to the 19th of May. Okay, so we have a 12-month subscription term. Apply to selected. Really, really simple, right? So you can go in and you can bulk select. There's lots of little filters and sorting you can do to make this really, really easy for you at month end, including nominal codes. Just go in and apply those date ranges and then simply click approve selected. And we've just posted all of those deferred revenue schedules for all the sales we processed this month. Really, really simple. Now, this last one, let's say we do want to prorate this one. Let's say that our membership. So in this example, we've got a football season ticket. Let's say this runs to the end of the season. Let's go with June. It's only May and June left, right? So we just go and enter May to June, save changes. You can see the P&L impact here. Go ahead and press post to Xero, and that's all done for you. So you can handle lots of different types of adjustments through Spread really easily. The best way to do it is to get the description correct in Xero. And then to fully automate everything, go to your dashboard settings, enable the automation setting so that when something is detected as ready, meaning it has a high degree of confidence, which is what happens when it gets those dates from your descriptions out of Xero, we can fully post the deferred revenue for you. Let me go to Xero quickly and show you what it looks like in Xero, and then I'll show you a month-end reconciliation report to give you that overview of everything that's happened, what's still to be deferred later, what's sitting on your balance sheet. All of that will be answered through the reports I'm about to run you through just now. Okay, we're back in Xero, but what does everything look like in Xero? Now, this is where it's really, really good because you've now got the detail in Xero. So as you can see, a separate journal which references all of the invoice numbers as well as the suppliers or the customer name. It all gets posted into Spread, which means you can drill down now into your profit and loss and your balance sheet to see exactly what's happening. It's a quick example of this. I'm running a P&L for the financial year in Xero. Got my season ticket sales right here. I can drill into that and I can see all the detail there, right? Of course, there's extra things you can do in here. You can filter, you can sort, you can actually go and filter specifically by subscription contains spread in order to see anything that's been run as a deferred revenue adjustment, etc., all from within Xero. So the full audit trail is now in here, which is really, really powerful whenever you're looking into discrepancies into Xero at year end or month end. Okay, exactly the same story within the balance sheet. So we create separate nominal codes in Spread to enable you to keep everything really, really clean and enable you to really easily reconcile what's happened. So if I just dig into this balance sheet code for all my deferred revenue that's currently sitting there, again, I've got the full transaction history. I can see the monthly movement across the month, the running balance. I can see everything that's happening in here with my customers. It tells the full story, and you'll never need to go into a spreadsheet again to answer these kinds of questions. So again, another little quick tip for you if you didn't already know, it's really, really easy to summarize your reports in Xero as well. You can combine multiple nominal codes together just to give you exactly what you need to see all together. To do that, all you need to do is click Edit Layout in the bottom left-hand corner, select the two nominal codes that you want to combine, and click Group Selection. That's all there is to it. You can give it a title. You can change that to be however you need that to read in your reports. Click Update, and you've now summarized multiple nominal codes together so that it just reads as accruals. So Spread is going to give you a zip file which contains a unique CSV spreadsheet for each of the balance sheet codes that we've posted to throughout the month. In this case, we're just talking about deferred income. So I'll show you what that one looks like, and hopefully you'll get a good, clear picture for how this can help you at month end. Cool. So navigate to your spreadsheet tool of choice. Now we're running this as of an as at date because obviously this is a balance sheet report. So what you're going to see is all of the invoice detail, all of the transaction detail. So you've got invoice number, supplier name, etc., which means it's really, really easy to summarize this however you need to answer any questions. The report always runs on a 24-month rolling basis. So I'm going to go get rid of everything prior to the last to April because there was nothing before that that's been deferred. So what I can now see is along the top here is I've got my months. So I'm running this as of the end of May. So I can see a 24-month look back from May. I've got all of the transactional detail, and I can see exactly what's happened, basically the movement in every single month, broken down by all of that detail. In May, you can start to see where we started to recognize some revenue, and then we have a closed balance. So that's the closed balance as in the deferred revenue account as at the end of May. And as I mentioned before, you can see it summarized however you need. You've got the cumulative balance there along the top, as well as the monthly movement for any of the months you're looking at. Then you have all the detail. So if you do need to put together a quick pivot table so you can summarize by supplier or by invoice number, it's really, really easy to do that. You have all that data. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've learned something along the way. If you'd like to look into Spread, please do go check out the website. Find out how you could be using Spread within as little as an hour to start automating your deferred revenue adjustments every single month. Head over to spread.finance to go find out more, and we look forward to speaking to you in the near future.